here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we hit it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First carry for the second-year man, it's Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. Well, this defense for the Jets, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get in the weight room. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. 3 balls. Cut that team. Cut that team. 57. 57. At the 60. At the 60.
They run again with Harris.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Now a first down carry for Harris. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 60 Bison.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Second and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Harris, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They hand this off to Harris, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Setting up. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers weren't able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Back to throw here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Second and 4.
Wilson.
They'll set up the screen to Carter.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 3. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This is Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
80 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now the second-year man from Carolina, this is Michael Carter.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Now Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Chase Claypool.
A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Come get some. Come on here. Come on, 19. He don't want it. Check, 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 check.
Harris not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play action now. Wilson.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
Call it a gain of a yard, and now it's 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Let's go deep, tight end.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check safety, check safety. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 57. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Alert flare, flare, flare.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Push him back. Push him back. Through. And he left it.
Here's Wilson to throw. That's a screenplay here for Carter. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Wilson. On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Boswell for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson.
They'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle and Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working in